Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the first episode of Crawler Theory Podcast. Yeah? You guys stoked? Let's go. I'm stoked. Welcome in, everyone. It's great to see you all on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. I appreciate all the love and support. You guys have been hyping this up for a while. I picked the music because I thought it was very fitting. Kind of fit the vibe of the morning, and I normally don't wake up in the mornings this early. This is all kind of new for me. So, so this is going to be an introduction to the podcast itself, a little bit introduction for about me, and then what we're going to be doing in the podcast, what the future looks like for the podcast, and all that good stuff. I would like to keep the music going, but I don't know if it's going to distract me or not. So I am not sure where my head is going to go because I'm still waking up and drinking the coffee. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Itsy Bitsy 30. I have been streaming for a long time, going on to 7 years now. I have mostly delved into the video game genres of things. I play anything from Fortnite, Call of Duty, Escape from Tarkov, story-driven games on PS4. And just before we get started as well, I will probably not be reading chat as much, just to set that expectation. I will be seeing your guys' comments, but I'm not going to be as normally like reading the topics or comments as much. I saw that that's the reason why I said topics is I saw Jody's comment that had the word topics in it. So, okay, so. Yeah, I just want to kickstart off. I know I have this segment for an hour, slotted for an hour, but I really don't think we're going to be taking an hour, as I will probably run out of things to say. So it's probably going to be for the next half hour. We're just going to talk about what the podcast is, who I am, future of the podcast, and all of that good stuff. Hila, thank you for the subs. I do appreciate it. I will still be reading and thanking the subscriptions because those are really important to me. So thank you, Killa, for the 5 gifted. I do appreciate you. But yes, for those of you who don't know me, I am Itsy Bitsy 30. I have started my streaming career about 7 years ago on Twitch, and started on my PS4. I started streaming to Twitch through the Twitch app on my PS4. Had no idea what I was doing, had no idea that I needed to set up OBS, had no idea that I needed a PC, had no idea that I could, I think my first stream, I got up to like 10 people, right? I saw the view counter go up. As I was playing, I believe it was Uncharted 4 when it first released. I was playing Uncharted 4 multiplayer. And I was streaming, and I remember just 3 viewers, and I was like, "This is 3 people watching me." And I'm thinking to myself, I'm sitting alone in my apartment. And I'm like, "This is kind of unreal. Like 3 people are watching me." And it went up to 5, went up to 7, and then went up to 10. And I thought I was on top of the world. I thought I was like I had made it. But yeah, streaming through the PS4. I don't want to tell you guys about the quality, as many of you could guess. And my internet was absolutely atrocious back then as well. So PS4 days, those were fun. And then as about a year or two later, no, probably about a year later, we had moved, and I was just like, you know what? I've been doing a lot of research. I need to actually like put out some quality content. And so I started researching, and it's like, okay, OBS goes with a PC. I need to build a PC. So uh, did some research. Had a lot of at the time had a lot of friends that were PC builders and geeks. I had no idea anything about PC building. Zero zilch. Didn't. I mean, I knew what like RAM and a motherboard was, right, from like my laptop at the time, and I was just like, yeah, I've upgraded those. And they're like, no, 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 no. They're like, there's frequencies to RAM. There's certain SATA drives with speeds, and I was just all super excited. So we built my first ever PC. It actually is still my stream PC. I've upgraded it just ever so slightly, but the same core components that are in that PC have pretty much remained um, there. So built the first PC, started streaming on it. It was great. And then I, delved. I remember Fortnite coming out, delved straight into that, grinded that for 2 years, and when the game was even still on the peak, people were still like, "Oh my god, this game's kind of boring. You want to like play something else?" Nope, still Fortnite, Fortnite. And then I started getting into Tarkov, and then grinded that for a long time. But um, yeah, many different games. Um, brings us to today. It has been a very, very long journey of constant upgrading, constant building. Um, it, when I look back, I actually have a chart in my closet. When I look back on these past couple years of streaming, one, tons of doubt. I had no idea what I was doing. And then, but I mean, looking back, it has been such a humbling experience because the things that we have set up now, dual PC setup, audio gear, cameras, monitors, gaming rig, um, yeah, we've learned a lot. We have learned and grown a lot, and I am very very grateful for that. And not only even in the streaming space, the studio itself, but I mean our community has grown a lot. I have met so many people never even knew existed through the streaming space, and that are now, just lifelong friends. And that's probably like one of the most exciting things, for me after streaming all these years is I've probably met some of the most incredible people, um, I have ever met. And spending time with these people on a daily basis. I mean, you guys keep coming back, right? I mean, my community keeps coming back even after switching platforms, which we'll get to. But yeah, it's been an incredible space. So let me delve into a little bit of what I would like to see in Crawler Theory, as a podcast. I've talked a little bit of kind of my vision for it, what I want the vibe and feel to be, and it still kind of holds the same. I want this to be a space and a podcast, not only about gaming, games, geek stuff. I mean, electronics, upgrades, like all of that good stuff. I want this to be a place where we expand a little bit beyond that and really, um, some episodes really focus on gamers' mental health, emotional health, what growing a community looks like, the intricacies of um, what it's like like I said, emotionally, I think a lot of people underplay the toll that you have and the expectation level that you have when you're first starting upstream to where you want to be. And then when you start growing and you go through the process of, there's going to be a lot of people that really bring you down and, um, disappoint, and that's okay. I don't even think I have it fully figured out, but I nonetheless want to not maybe not as much give solutions, but as much as I want to walk through the journey with my fellow content creators and community members of what that looks like, and it's going to look like it's going to look different for everyone. So we're going to be covering that. We're going to be covering things like clothing brands. How do you start one? Again, something I don't have figured out, but I have friends that could potentially be going down that path. I want to talk about other creative processes and networking tips and tricks. And then and then we're gonna take it really, really far. We're gonna take it out to the outer rim. All right, the topics we're going to be maybe covering some conspiracy theories as well, because it is just simply a part of me. And my God, when we start talking in chat on a normal day, and I say something, someone else builds on it, and we go, and man, we banter for an hour or two on certain conspiracy theories. I think it'll be very intriguing, eye-opening, and enlightening to cover some of those topics as well. Um, but yes, gaming news, games. What are we looking forward to? We're going to be talking about platforms, streaming platforms. Why are we here? On the current platform, how does that compare to the previous platform? Like I said, I started on Twitch, and now I'm on Kick. I've tried YouTube, and the pros and cons. What way outweighs what? Maybe they don't outweigh; they just have different features. That if there was one amazing platform, that had all the features, um, like collaboratively from like all three different platforms, it would be amazing. But I don't believe that is there yet. So what does the future of streaming look like? I don't know. We're gonna be picking our brains for many different things. So that's a little bit about crawler theory. I want to keep it like a bit generalized, but also um uh try to contain it. But I don't know where necessarily where the like I said, like the boundary or edge, how far we'll push the podcast with topically. But that being said, we're gonna have guests. We have actually a different scene set up for having guests on the show as well. I have a few people in mind. I've been kind of slowly reaching out to some of my fellow streamers and friends, both IRL and online, to see, hey, would you be interested? Hey, how about this topic? So that's going to be continuing. I am very excited. I don't. I mean, I'm not going to have like Nick Merckx, featured on the podcast just yet. Although, our is that maybe a goal? Yeah, maybe. If the podcast grows, I would absolutely love to have Tim, Doc, Nick. Heck, I'll have XQC. How'd you make 100 million? How did that deal go down? So exciting things. We have a lot of amazing people. We have a lot of amazing creators. We have a lot of amazing friends that are willing to support me through this journey. I've never done a podcast before, but I do know that there are people here to support me, and walk through this journey with me. And I know that you guys as a community have voiced that you are so very excited about joining me on this journey as well, and you guys are here for it. So, which I'm very, very, grateful for. It's really, really, it feels amazing to have that backing of your community. It really does. Um, so that's a little bit about that. I know I wanted to stem a topic um, off of that. I initially, I know that I'm kind of trying to group topics as I go mentally. I know there's things that I want to talk about, and there's probably things that I'll miss, but I want to kind of get some of the basics out of the way as well. Um, the my channel has always been here from the start to encourage and to love on people. That is the number one thing. It goes kind of past putting a smile on my audience's face. I want to live life with them. I want to encourage them. I want to love on them. And whatever capacity that looks like. Some of you have hung out, played games in Discord, or just hung out in Discord in general. And some of us have had drinking streams together and have hung out that way, and we just you know talked about whatever. And that's kind of really the life force behind everything that I try to do on this channel. And like hence going forth on the Crawler Theory podcast as well. Um, is I view everything as adding to life experience, and I want to just live life with my friends, fellow streamers, my stream family, and whatever that looks like, I'm here for it. But that's kind of been the very basic essence. I know way back when a few years ago, I was like, what is my mission statement? What do I want to achieve? Like, what do I want to do and help people with? And everything kind of boils down and um to one simple phrase, and I've stuck with it, and I've told other people, and they've seen it as well, and that is simply being a light in a dark place. The internet is dark, the world is dark, can be dark, right? You got to choose the which places you're going to be. So through that, I want to be a light in someone else's day, life, whatever surfaces them at the time. Yes, I want to put a smile on your face, and yes, I want to be encouraging. So that is the basis of what I strive for every day, on the going forth on the podcast and also the stream. Um, so that is that. As I try to composite my thoughts, I'm very aware of dead air, and it's something that I'm going to try to work through. I don't want to take like long pauses, and I don't know what I'm going to talk about next. I would like to maybe open it up to questions and or um, just inquiries. If you guys have any questions or inquiries about it, I'll probably do that in the past. I'm going to try to keep this about a half hour long. We're moving on to 24 minutes. So in about another minute, I'll leave the last 5 minutes of the podcast for kind of Q&A. I think that would be kind of cool to do. I haven't been reading chat or keeping up with it. I've just kind of been focused in on addressing the community, addressing you guys directly into the camera. So about the last 5 minutes or so, if you guys have any inquiry, any question, concern, whatever, you could ask whatever. I'll try to do my best. I'll try to do my best to answer all the questions if there are any. if there are any. Maybe we'll end and no questions will be had. But um, yeah, this is going to be one of many episodes. I want to definitely do this podcast long term. I have seen my fellow friend streamers and a few other people start podcasts, do a couple months of episodes, and then just kind of stop. And um, I'm going to be doing a lot of learning because I wanna post these episodes to YouTube. I still have to figure out how to download Kick Video. I was trying to figure that out yesterday or last night, and no website video program likes to download Kick VODs. So that's going to be an interesting one. Um, so yeah, we have to. So I wanna upload this half hour episodes, up to an hour on some days, episodes to YouTube. Have an entire designated playlist just for the Crawler Theory podcast episodes starting on YouTube. Um, but yeah, we gotta figure out how to do that. But I do definitely want to continue this. As far as timing, I would love to do an episode bi-weekly, so twice a month, once every 2 weeks. So I think that's it's a good number in my head. Hopefully, it's good practically to do that. So, um, yeah. All right. We're gonna dive into some questions. We got about 5 minutes left on the clock. Who would like to lead us off? I'm now gonna be paying attention to the comments. So whatever it is that you guys would like to ask away. Now is your time. I would like to keep it for about a half hour. So, um, give you record local on the pods. Okay. Okay. Roger that. I have thought about that. Yep. Later to get the settings for recording. Yes, Kill. I will be definitely doing that. Yep. 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 I know that you offered to do that yesterday, so I have to hit you up. How did you come up with Itsy Bitsy and Spider Theme? That's a good one. Um, so, oh boy. When I built my first PC, I knew that I wanted to brand myself and to have a brand to work with. Because I was looking already way back then, thinking about merch, thinking about apparel and just branded items. So I knew that I didn't have that until I had a name and a logo set up. My design, my background is graphic design. I have 2.5 years of schooling internationally and here from Colorado as well. So I went to school for graphic design. I've always been graphically minded, so I just started sketching, started coming up with ideas. And I don't know exactly how the spider thing came up, but I knew that I wanted in my head something that was relatable and very easily what I'm blanking on the word, recognizable. So I started like going through. Oh, that's right. I remember. I went through different animals. I went through different animals, wolves and bears, and because I saw a lot of the online presence. It was just like a wolf that was like snarling. I had like a sniper behind it, and I was like, what is this? What's happening here? A lot of animals, sharks and aggressive lions, and this, that, and the other thing. So I was like, okay, there's definitely an animal logo presence as a brand on for streamers. So kind of led me down that path, and I was just like, well, what's something that you don't see very often? And that was spiders. And then I was like, well, what am I going to do with spiders? I don't know what could be possibly relatable. All of a sudden I'm like trying to sketch out some names and everything, and all of a sudden it just hit me, the Itsy Bitsy Spider song. And I was just like, oh my God, what if I just take that? What if I just, apply the Itsy Bitsy? So I went into my computer, typed in Itsy Bitsy, and was like, "Oop, taken," as a name on Twitch, and I was just like, "Okay, what's my favorite number? 30. Okay, Itsy Bitsy 30," and I typed it in, not taken. I was just like, "Save, got it." So I got the name, and then I started working the logo. This is actually not even this is my newer logo, part of the brand, but I had originally sketched up something from my own drawings and everything. So I knew that it was going to be very relatable, very memorable. That a spider logo was going to be very strong conceptually. Um, so it was going to look good on apparel, not too complicated. You don't want too many lines. You don't want too many fragments. In the graphic itself. So there's you know, a lot of thought and different things that went into that. But yeah, that's initially how we thought up. So this here is the original. This here is the original spider logo that I had drawn up. It is on my was on my merch store. This is the original spider. This is the rebranded spider. All right. So that's what that looked like. Very intriguing. But yeah, good question. That's how that. Let's see if we could um grab a few more comments here. When you had one PC before the dual PC setup, did you stream from your PS4 to PC or did you stream PC games? Ooh, great question, Gregarious. Um, so I I had my PC, and then I got a capture card, and I still, I streamed through from the PC through the capture card to the console. So I was playing on the console. I guess it was technically streaming through the PC. There were I wasn't familiar with PC gaming like mouse and keyboard at all. Um, very very bad with typing, very bad with just like trying to find the letters and everything, so it all scared me. So WASD and E and Q and T and G and like R for reload and G for grenade and like whatever. That's like some of the standard things that I could come up with as far as like mouse and key finds. So there was I remember at the time PUBG and oh my god, it was PUBG and Overwatch 1 that I started delving into slowly. Actual mouse and keyboard, so I would capture the game through the PC, and it was like a full on PC experience, streaming and gaming from the one PC. But I was still heavy into playing on my PS4 and Xbox, driving it through the capture card, capturing it on the PC, and went that way. So a little bit of both, but majority playing on console, streaming it through capture card, and having the PC do the work as far as like rendering and quality goes. Um, should have worn the old school brand. Yeah, I should have, but I kind of wanted to put my best foot forward. Wear some the newest I had. I was building my first PC, and a spider came and sat beside me. Um, hmm. No, no, nothing like that. Mm-mm. No, it took a little bit more brain power. Maybe a Spider-Man moment would have come, and a spider, just sat beside me, bit me, whatever, and oh yeah, itsy bitsy, that's the one that I want to do. Um, when he said he wanted a spider, I don't even really like spiders. I did it for the brand. I did it for because I knew it was going to be like a really cool look. And like I said, you mostly saw sharks, wolves, lions, bears, like whatever else, or like the little Animoji guys like holding the sniper, like yeah, I'm a hardcore sniper Dave. Those were the majority of the logos that I remember seeing way back when on Twitch. So I was just like, okay, well, if there's not going to be like too many spiders in the mix, I might stand out even more. Um, you know, so that was with a push to free to play games. Do you see the industry getting back to paid games that are complete on release day? Oh, we're diving deep into calling me out. No, Jem. No, no, Okay, now that all right, wasn't supposed to be calling out, but I see what. Sorry, Jem, that wasn't supposed to be towards you, but Scuba Steve. That's a really good question, Killa. That's going to be the last question I'll address before I end here. But Killa, in this day and age and industry, and where gaming's at, I don't think we're going to be seeing um, much of that at all. I think companies are one, too greedy, two, kind of lacking a creative space right now. I would love to see more complete games come out on just we made a game, here's the release date, and when you get the game, you have everything that you need to beat it, have fun, go on journeys, do whatever. I just don't simply see it for the time and age that we're in right now. Sadly, I wish that more games would do that. Um, and Yeah, I think I heard that games like Elden Ring was maybe the last that there was also Outriders. I think Outriders way back when Dead Hazard and I started playing there was a game I believe it was called Outriders. And one of the things he mentioned about that game was, hey, they're creating the game and you can level up as high as you can, kind of like max out, but the game is going to be all coming out like in all in one neat package. That's it. Like you're not going to need anything else. Whether they've held to that, whether that's been true, I haven't played the game in a very long time. I know Elden Ring was another one that I heard that here's the game, play it, boom, knock it out. I don't know if they have any other you know plans for it. But I just don't. It's so rare nowadays. I don't think that it's going to be really making a comeback, unless companies really start prioritizing the gaming space as in like the creating a game as if they were um, optimally gaming themselves, seeing the beautiful nature of gaming, how the audience interprets it, not how the developers make it. Does that make sense? I know I probably butchered saying that, but hopefully it makes a comeback. Right now, I really don't see much of a turnaround comeback for that. But yeah. Um. All right. Awesome podcast. Gregarious, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wrote your topic down. Gem, I know that you said you had your question ignored. I'm trying to quickly. Okay, topic. Here you go. Where does BR sit nowadays in the gaming industry? Is it dying? Battle Royale. I feel like it still is definitely a um I feel like BRs are still gonna continue strong. I think no matter what, there's a in the gaming space, there's an innate nature to go PvP, and there's something very special and very competitive, like just raw and gritty and competitive. To um the PvP aspect of it. I think BR is still going to be around. I think they're going to be around for a long time. The same games as we know? No, probably not. Hopefully, for the love of God, let's move on to different games. Let's create new games. Let's create new BRs. Let's become creative in the space. But is it a dying, genre? I really don't think so. Just for the simple fact that, like I said, people love, going against other real live players and making a headshot. Yeah, get headshot, nerd. And that adrenaline rush of getting, just 1v2ing, 1v3ing in a space in squads or duos or whatever. I think that's always going to be a thing. Um, Apex Pub, they aren't going anywhere. I would agree, Jody. I would agree. With the crazy lineup from all the gaming events, are you excited to see one game or several? Great question, Killa. Great question. Um, All right, much love, A Dubs. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you so much. We'll see you next time. All right. Um, that's a really good question. With the gaming events, I haven't been keeping up on too many of them. I know that probably one of the highest anticipated games for me, though, from the release and announcements, I believe they did just a few weeks ago, is going to be Mirage. Assassin's Creed Mirage is definitely. I'm hoping they add a few mechanics. I hope it's not stale. As like the last game, Valhalla was. I think it's gonna be the world that they're using in Mirage. I feel like is going to be a lot more immersive for some reason. I just feel like there's a cityscape and there's that Middle Eastern feel that is just going to be really really engaging for some reason from the trailer, from the screenshots, from some of the captures that I've seen online. It just gives off a really good vibe and feel. So I'm really looking forward to Assassin's Creed Mirage. And then there was another game, but um I'm blanking on it. But that's probably going to be one of the main ones that I'm looking forward to, and that should be dropping this year, I believe. So it's going to be very, very fun there. Um, awesome. Been producing numbers recently. You got games like X Defiant producing amazing numbers in beta. X Defiant is definitely interesting to watch. I think the few open days that they had in open beta are going to be very proving to where they kind of sit. They mostly need to fix groups, teams, and server issues right now. As far as optimized gameplay, even in 1440, I was pushing 130 FPS. Game looks great. Game runs great. They definitely are creative with their maps and map styles. So the weapons could definitely need reworking. I do believe in the future. Please rework some of the snipers and ARs. But apart from that, I think games like X Defiant are definitely. They definitely look promising and are producing good numbers. Whether it's a little phase or not, I think when the game fully releases, I think it is going to be a pretty decent game. I don't know if it's going to be a COD killer as people are claiming. However, it is going to be a very very solid game. I think as far as multiplayer, like an online shooter multiplayer goes. With the future podcasts coming up, do you have a topic that you want to steer away from? It's a great question, Killa. Um, you know, I want to keep an open mind. However, I want to be sensitive to people as well. I want to kind of steer it to. It's going to be naturally steered to my own personal beliefs, obviously, but topics, spiritual topics, and political topics might be a lot more steered away from. But I am pretty open to talking about a lot. It will probably have to be a designated topic to be talked about for that. With the right host and or co-host and person to talk to, if that makes sense. It will have to be planned. Spur of the moment, probably not. But like I said, I am pretty open to talking about a lot. So I don't think I'll be steering away from too much because, like I said, we will be talking conspiracy theories. All right, we will be. That's just a part of how I think, part of my life now. I've been doing so much research in the past 3 years with conspiracy theories that half of them are not even conspiracy theories anymore. So we'll delve into that. So I am gonna stretch the bounds a little bit. So Um, so thank you for the question, Killa. I really do appreciate it. To bring everyone in for politics. Right, right. Yeah, Gregarious said, I don't want anyone fighting. I don't want any fighting in chat. I don't want to stir up any unnecessary, emotional state of whoever I'm co-hosting with, and all that stuff. So, can't wait for the Denver Airport podcast. Yep, that'll happen. Tunnels, yeah, the whole thing. It gets pretty dark. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything when we talk about those topics. So there's a lot of information. There's a lot to cover in the conspiracy topics, and I won't be. I'm not going to be saying, "Hey, believe everything," but I definitely want to share the information because it's so intriguing, and when you get down the rabbit hole, there's going to be so much involved per topic. In those, there's the conspiracy theory topic, and then you have the genre, and then you have different topics, and per topic, there's just hours and days of coverage to talk about each one. At least the ones that I've been looking at. So it's going to be covered. So all be adults that can agree to disagree if that's the case. Yeah, totally, Hysterica. Absolutely. I cannot wait. Yeah, well, that's all things to definitely look forward to in the podcast. That's, it's one of the main things that I want to do. One of the main things. Are we going to get at Emily on the pod? Perhaps one day. Yeah, I could see that happening. We could have a co-stream. Actually, that is. I'm glad that you brought that up. Because that is actually in the works. From the perspective of what I do, as this is my second job, used to be my primary job. What is a wife's perspective to a full-time / part-time gamer content creator? How has that impacted her life? How has that, what are her thoughts? What are the things that, the traditional things that people have, always thought about gamers, and, supporting a gamer content creator in a household. So like there's a lot there. So yes, that is going to be in the works. And I'll, have her come on and probably talk for an entire episode, and it'll probably be one of the hour-long episodes of tons of questions, and maybe it'll be a lot more interactive with you guys. You guys could ask questions, and we'll cover different topics, some base topics, and then answer a lot of questions and things from you guys as well. I think it would be a really good thing for the world to. You just don't see it a lot. For the world to see, like, oh wow, your partner is 100% supporting what you do and your endeavors. I think it's really important for people to see that. But then there's going to be obvious questions. How do you deal with this? How do you deal with that? So that's definitely going to be a thing in the future. So I'm glad that you brought that up. We need to have a heated debate. I don't know about heated debates. I want to keep it pretty civil, but I do have pretty strong opinions about different topics. So, Dashman thermostat, end of discussion. Oh my God. So this would be get to see her point of view. Yes, absolutely, Killa. Yep, 100%. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here, folks. Going on to 48 minutes. You guys carried the chat. Great questions, great inquiries, great topics, great ideas. Yes, all of it. I appreciate every single one of you that have tuned in. Perhaps have your communities tuning in as well. It has been an amazing first episode. Also, the nervousness has kind of wore off as well. Kind of fully woke up and just dove right into it. So, I thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Like I said, bi-weekly, twice a month, new episode drops, now is when the nitty gritty really rubber meets the road. And you know, from here on out, the podcasts are going to be really, really awesome. So, it's going to be a great time. It's going to be exciting from here on out. Thank you all for joining me on the introduction podcast on Crawler Theory, what it is, who I am, why we do what we do. It's been an amazing experience. I will be streaming later, yes. I will be streaming my normal time, 3 to 8 later. Maybe I'll go like noon, start at noon. Now that I'm fully awake and ready to like go, you know, take a little bit of a break. I still need to eat breakfast and all that stuff. But yes, gaming stream later, absolutely. I do enjoy the music. I like this soundtrack. My headset died. I'm not going to tell you that, guys. But I'm going to act like it's a beautiful, pleasant soundtrack. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into Crawler Theory, and I will see you next time.